Hey guys, it's your girl Boo and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Boo and I post fashion and lifestyle content here on YouTube every other Tuesday. So be sure to subscribe to see more content from yours truly. If you are a returning subscriber, hi, hello and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my fitness journey. Maybe I want to call it that, but I don't know. More specifically, sharing my fitness journey that I've taken with Shreddy. Shreddy is a fitness app that consists of recipes, workouts, and basically a community of women. I'm pretty sure there's also men there too, but I've mostly ever seen like women on it. Today, I'm basically going to be sharing with you guys my journey using Shreddy, along with all the trials and tribulations I have faced whilst starting my fitness journey. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification to be notified whenever I post. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms at BUUCHULE. Without further ado, let's get into the video. First things first, before we even continue with this video, I would like to say that I am not a PT, I am not a healthcare professional, not a doctor. So everything that's mentioned in this video is what has worked for me. And I would like you guys to use it as inspiration and not as a play-by-play on what to do. And I would also love to encourage you to experiment on your fitness and what works for you, just as I have. This video also discusses weight loss and body image. So if that's a trigger for you, I would highly recommend to click out of the video. The first thing I want to start with was I've been on my fitness journey for a long time now. I've been going to the gym on and off since I was about 18, I want to say. And I do this thing where I will get very, very, very motivated and I will do it. And then I'll just stop going for months. And then I'll go hard again. And then I'll stop going for months. It's not even like I'm trying to hit the summer goal, or like, it's very sporadic when I decide to go to the gym and when I don't. So one thing I wanted to work on this year was being consistent in all the things like across my life, not just in fitness, but this video mainly focuses on fitness. I don't want my fitness journey to start and like bang on the start of like January, because I know myself, January is not my month. Me and January, she want to fight, we want to tussle. Like, me and girl don't get on. And I knew that if I did it in January, I definitely would have not been consistent. The second week of December, I decided that I was going to go to the gym, but like, it wasn't in my head where I'm like, I'm gonna go 5 days a week. It was very much like day by day. So I was taking each day as it comes. So I'm like, today I'm going to go to the gym. The 2020 Me Challenge started on January 9th. So I basically told myself I would continue with my previous challenge, which I can't remember which one I was doing. It was just a random one from the app. And then I told myself on January 9th, I would start the 2020 Me Challenge. Now came January 9th. Everything was good. I started meal prepping. My first week of meal prep, I did pasta and mince and chicken and veg. The vegetables would consist of broccoli, sweet potatoes, sometimes like mixed veg. In the morning, it would just depend how I was feeling in the morning. Sometimes I would have eggs, sometimes I would have porridge. And usually when I have porridge, I would have boiled egg on the side. I was consuming a lot of eggs. Also, I would drink my protein for breakfast. So I would have a very, really hefty breakfast. I don't eat a lot in the morning, but it was very, very heavy. The goal was basically to try and hit my my protein. It wasn't really like calculated properly. I had my protein years ago. Like I said, I've been going to the gym for years. So a lot of the stuff is like stuff I figured out that worked for me a while back. I think I meal prepped for around 3 weeks and then things kind of went downhill. It was my birthday month. It was my sister's birthday. It was my mother's birthday, all in February. So I fell off. Also during January, I ran out of protein and I was like, I'm not really that bothered for me to buy protein. I took some progress pictures, didn't take any measurements, and I also did not weigh myself. How do I get into this without... In the past, I have been very obsessive about my weight. To my detriment. It became a very unhealthy obsession. Like I said, I used to have the My Fitness Planner. Is it My Fitness Planner? The thing that tracks your calories. I used to have that, and I also used to weigh myself and measure my body almost weekly. Obviously would not recommend that. I stopped weighing myself now like 2 years ago. I think I take measurements. Like, I think the last time I took measurements was when I was getting a dress made. So this time around, the only thing I took was progress pictures, but I also wanted to get rid of all the bad habits that I had formed previously, and I didn't want them to creep back or come back. So hence why I decided that weighing myself and measuring myself was not for me. It may be for you. If that's what you want to do, you can. Like I said, I've been going to the gym for about 5 or 6 years. In that 5 or 6 years, I personally believe the reason why I kept starting and stopping is because the gym just became a lot for me to think about. I would spend excessive amounts of time. So like the night before going to work, I would literally sit in bed and plan what I'm going to do at the gym. So it just took up a lot of my time. And I think it would get to the point where I'm like, I just want to go to bed. And then I don't plan what I'm going to do to the gym for the next morning, and then I won't go to the gym because I didn't plan what I was meant to do. Or I'd go and I wouldn't know what to do, and then I'd just get overwhelmed because there's so many people. So it's like a vicious cycle. Knowing myself, like I said, listen to your body and listen, like experiment with all these things and then decide what works for you. But knowing myself, I realized that I think having the guesswork taken out of it was what worked for me. Like knowing someone else planning what I'm going to do at the gym is what worked for me. I think I suffered from a lot of decision fatigue the first couple of times around. So this time I didn't want to have an excuse to be like, oh, but I didn't do this, so therefore I can't do that. It was just like, this is all there for you. Hence why I started to use the Shreddy app. All the workouts are there for you. All the food is there for you. I didn't use the food, but it was there if I wanted to use it. And there was classes available as well. So if I wanted to do a class instead of doing the workout, that was also there for me. A lot of the guesswork was taken out. So I basically just didn't have an excuse not to do anything. Previously, before this, I had been using the app and I really did quite enjoy it. And I had been seeing a lot of progress. So the Shreddy app is pretty straightforward to use, to be perfectly honest with you. So when you first open the app, it basically shows you the guide that you're currently doing. On there, it also shows you the calendar. So what you do day by day for the next however many weeks. The 2020 Me Challenge was actually 8 weeks. So there's meals on there, so it shows you what meals you can have. There's also vegan meals, there's also vegetarian meals. They've got breakfast, they've got mains, they've got snacks. The mains include like dinner and lunch. They've got the Shreddy Club. It's basically a forum just to keep everyone motivated. I've never posted anything on there, but you can if you want to. You can take your progress pictures and put your progress pictures on the app. If you want to do your workouts at home or at the gym, all the guides have 2 different sections. So you can get the home workout section and the gym section, which is great and we love that. And obviously the meals and everything. On top of the guides, which obviously you don't have to follow, if you would like to plan your own week, they do have exercises on there. If you go to the gym, they'll give you a bunch of workouts for the gym. And if you want to do your home workouts, they'll give you a bunch of workouts for the home workouts. And then you just do what you would feel like and plan it yourself. Personally, there's a guide there. I'm gonna follow a guide. Just pick a guide that fits in roughly with what you want to do. The 2020 Me Challenge had like sub challenges. I don't know if that makes sense. You could pick one guide that was transform. One guide I think was strength, flexibility, something about yoga, and another guide for strength. I want to say the other one was stretch or Pilates, but don't quote me because I'm not too sure. But it was something yoga-y, Pilates-y, something along those lines. Transform, which was the guide that I picked, which was basically lifting with a bit of cardio. I wanted to gain weight whilst also like keeping up with my cardio. I hate stairs. And it's very embarrassing running upstairs and being out of breath at the top of the stairs. I can't do it, but I also wanted to keep my butt and keep my curves. The only supplements I was taking was protein until it ran out. I didn't take any pre-workout. Girl, I drink coffee and my heart is beating. I am terrified to take pre-workout. No, I will definitely have a heart attack. I'm okay, no thank you. The only pre-workout I had was coffee, but I also did try different pre-workout. I tried food-based pre-workouts, which was like banana and honey and Himalayan salt. That one was okay, but Himalayan salt is expensive. Another one I tried was Rice Krispie treats, banana, peanut butter with a drizzle of honey. That one was okay. It was just a lot of effort to do before the gym. I think the one that I consistently used was the banana and honey method because they were just more accessible to me, very easy. Like, just eat your banana, take a shot of honey. Let's go. So, some tips for you guys. I want to say just start small. Just start. You go 3 times a week, you've started. If you go 1 time a week, you've started. If you go 5 times a week, you've still started. And it doesn't even have to be like you have to go to the gym. It could be like you just start walking to work. That's still a form of exercise. Walk to the supermarket, do your shopping, get someone else to pick you up, get a taxi back, get a form of public transport back, or just walk back if you're big like that and you can walk back with your shopping. do it. If you're bad, do it. It doesn't even have to be like this grand thing where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get a gym membership, I'm gonna get a PT. If you can walk to work in 20 minutes, try walking to work in 15. There's different things that you could do that don't have to inherently be like this massive thing where you're like, I'm gonna do this on this specific day and it's gonna change my life from now on. That's a very daunting thing to do. Just start small and go from there. Treat yourself. High risk, high reward. I was listening to a podcast that was like, if you want to build a habit, you're gonna have to put positive reinforcements so you can continue the habit. So even if first 2 weeks of the gym, you reward yourself with a chocolate bar. Obviously that habit's gonna need to change. You're gonna have to reward yourself with something healthier than a chocolate bar. Very counterproductive for the first two, but it's the first 2 weeks. If you enjoy buying a coffee from Costa, for example, just tell yourself, I can't buy that drink from Costa until I've gone to the gym or until after I finished my workout. This hurdle that is here, you can jump over it and then reward yourself after. Buy yourself something nice. If you go for like 3 days in the week, at the end of the week, you'll go shopping on Saturday, buy yourself something nice, something cute. Give yourself a chocolate bar at the end of each workout. As soon as you start associating the gym with something good, after a while you won't even start to need those reinforcements. You can literally just wake up, go to the gym and you'll be like, I did it, I went to the gym. The next tip is to basically take each day as it comes. When I started, I didn't have a goal of I'm going to go to the gym this many times a week. It was more of I woke up that day, I'm going to go to the gym today. We're just gonna focus on what we're doing today, not what we're doing in a week's time. If you want to build healthy habits, you just have to take each day as it comes. And if stuff doesn't work out for you that day, you have a bad day and you don't want to go to the gym, you had a bad day. Go home, eat a cake, drink some wine, watch some movies. But tomorrow's a different day. Yesterday happened, but let's not bring yesterday's mood into today's. Another big tip is rest. Make sure you rest. There's so many studies online to be like, you have to rest your muscles for them to work at optimal function. There's people that go to the gym 6 days a week. If you want to do that, then you can do that. But just make sure it's not excessive to the point where it's detrimental to your body. So I'll show you guys the after pictures and then I'll show you guys the after pictures side by side. I personally don't think I see a difference, but it kind of makes sense. I wasn't really eating the best and I didn't really focus on my eating while the challenge was on because a majority of it I was doing up enjoyment. Like I said, it was my birthday month, literally like bang in the middle of the challenge. I do feel great. I can lift a lot heavier at the gym now. Using the app, it was a lot easier to track what I was lifting before and what I'm lifting now. I think it's all about body recomposition. I don't think I've lost a lot of weight, or I can't see that I've lost a lot of weight, but I've definitely gained a lot more muscle. So I don't think, it doesn't look like it's a major difference, but I feel a major difference because I'm a lot stronger than I was before. I think it's just a lot of recomposition that took place, so my fat has now been replaced by muscle. I think I do look a tiny bit smaller, but not a significant amount. I think I would definitely have to keep going to the gym maybe like another 2 months. You guys let me know as well. If you guys want me to update you again in another 2 months, then maybe I can. Maybe you want to do more insight into what workouts I was doing. I say that, I tried to do that, but I'm very shy. I think I did like 1 or 2 videos very sporadically. It's a lot to film while people are watching you work out. I don't know how people do it, but I tried. I could not. Maybe that will be my challenge for the next 2 months. I will attempt to film. If you guys want to see the video, let me know, then I will attempt to film. I took notes on what I wanted to talk about in this video, so hopefully I've covered everything. I may have not, but if you guys have any more questions, please do not hesitate to ask me in the comments down below. And if anybody has an answer to a question that's been asked, please don't hesitate to answer. I want to create a community that helps people in my comments section. I am definitely not a pro, so if there's somebody that knows more than me, then please be my guest. But obviously if you guys ask a question I'm not too sure about, I'll be sure to research something for you. I'll maybe even send you a link of the stuff that I've researched, and then you can also go on there and see what you can find. Hopefully this video was helpful. That's it for today's video, guys. I know it was kind of a long one for me just to be sat here talking at you, but I do hope you really enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to your girl, and turn on the bell notifications to be notified whenever I post. And be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms at BUUCHULE. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.